he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down in the 26. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
With the catch, it's Courtney. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Oh, they're after him. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The Cavaliers are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Sampson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Rushes on him. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Swings it out to the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Moore to the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Got some room in under the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's got it along the sideline. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Moore will throw. Here's a heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Breaks into the open. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set it down, continue to wear on this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. FIU pushing tempo. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. Extra point here will tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They'll run the screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snatch it quickly on the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
And the Cavaliers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Where really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground and cover to pick up the first. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stone. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So now it's second and long. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, looking to pass. Quarterback adapting. The throw. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Moore to the air. Pressure's there and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. And tackled there by the defense. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Virginia! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rolling right and going deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Still running at the 40. Got some room to run. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Catch in the middle. It's Courtney. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cavaliers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Moore will throw. Quickly complete. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to sling it on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Panthers looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Burke. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Trying to pull his way in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Smashes it between the uprights. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 11 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Panthers.
And what a great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He's looking to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, get a nice positive game on the toss back.
Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
FIU set up with another first down. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. Breaks into the open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll leave it with him. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Scrambling away. Quickly to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Moore to the air. Throws for the tight end. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working that left side. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Moore will throw. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. FIU pushing tempo.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Moore to the air. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Stone.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. And we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Takes a hit as he fires. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
With the catch, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Hucks it out of the air. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore will throw. Caught. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Stone. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things.